Welcome to the Divine Design Super Channel. There is a divine design to this game of life, and your mind is the main channel through which you receive divine inspiration. We will help you tap into the divine plan you have for yourself, and we will also reveal alternative health solutions and energetic healing solutions for everyday challenges. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, I'm Bart Smythe, the Modern Day Shaman. Welcome to our show today. Here at a Modern Day Shaman, our intention is to share the knowledge that we have that brings results simply and that are available for everybody. Those that I have, and there's many other masters in the world that we'd like to bring onto the program. And today we have Stacie Maione from Ameliorate Your Life, and I'm going to bring her on right now. Welcome, Stacie.
Hi, Bart.
Hey there, Stacie. How you doing?
Much for inviting me.
It's truly a pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm really honored to be here. Thank you.
Well, Stacie is. We're both actually. I'm in Sweden now, but my home before this was Las Vegas, and that's where you are.
That's
and I think we met a long time ago, crossed paths somewhere. But anyway, it's really nice to meet you again.
Arts training, or Tai Chi or Qigong or something. I'm sure
back then. Yeah.
Our paths crossed.
Yeah. And now, we've both been developing our tools of the trade, our networks and everything, and our intentions actually are very similar. And I'm just going to let you share your work, what you offer, how people can get involved with you, and go from there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ameliorate Your Life has been a vision of mine for a really long time, for like several years now. And I just created it because I noticed that over the years, people were just starting to wake up and go, I feel like I want more in life. I want more expansion. I want more growth. Simply, they want more peace and happiness in their life. And so I just kind of created Ameliorate to be that very vehicle that can take a person from wanting that and finding that little seed that's planted inside them that wants to grow, to carrying them across the Ameliorate bridge to living an ameliorated life. And ameliorate means to enhance, to improve, or to make better. So ameliorate your life. And that's why I created Ameliorate.
Yeah, and it's so important. Everything you just said, I know that you've gone through your own process and my own process. And what I see draws me forward is that improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And when I actually, we were talking about Tai Chi and Qigong, I'd done a lot of martial arts growing up, but it was always with one focus, and that was to stay alive.
Yeah,
right?
With your
and then,
for sure.
Yeah, and then I came to Tai Chi because I was injured, and it showed me how to learn.
Yeah.
And to really
expand your brain, and then you feel your soul expanding. And
exactly.
This is so, and there's something to this spirituality and holistic lifestyle, and you feel different when rather than just going and putting a Band-Aid on something. When you go and heal like your traumas or anything from a soul perspective, like a spiritual perspective, it's different. It's so different. It expands you. It makes you peaceful. And it makes you feel like peace. I mean, look at you with your background, Bart. I mean, you learned Tai Chi to stay alive.
Well, actually,
really?
I learned Tai Chi to be close to my girlfriend.
That's true.
The other martial arts were to stay alive. And that's the thing about it is I was focused on.
That's right. To be closer to Petra, you did your Tai Chi. But the other stuff was to stay alive.
Yeah, and the Tai Chi, the irony was that I wanted to have something to train that actually her name was Ricky, but she she could do her Tai Chi anywhere. And I couldn't do my karate and kung fu out in the park, right? You can't show that. But the thing about it was, it became so personal. And she would go, I'm going to go do my Tai Chi now. And I wasn't invited. So I'd go, okay. And I'd wait for her to come back. And that expansion that you're talking about, and that piece, you have to be present to it. And when my intention was survival and, not having what had happened happen again, right? And you're bringing that with you instead of that intention of actually improving oneself, and that expansion that comes from actually being able to be present to ourselves.
Yeah.
And I bet, because I know what you're doing, that's what your programs. You've got many programs you can share how people can actually get that expansion and self-awareness.
So, well, during COVID, when the first lockdown started, I've been doing this for years before that. But when lockdown came, nobody was coming to the Ameliorate headquarters anymore. I mean, we had to go into quarantine. So I decided to put it all online at that point and create my website. And so now everybody across, I mean, even in Sweden, even in Germany, they all get on my website and can learn the classes and learn the techniques. And, as being a place of having one come to expand and grow, I'm also a platform for others to shine their healing modalities, whether it be nutrition or spiritual growth or any kind of modality. I love to learn new ways.
Yeah.
Because everybody, it's going to take, this one resonates with that person. This one resonates with that person. I understand what they're talking about. She speaks German. I don't get it. A lot of people.
Exactly.
And that's what we want to do. And,
that's awesome. And what you're saying, that it not everything resonates with everybody.
Absolutely. Right? So you need a wide variety. Look at all the people in the world.
And one of the most exciting things that I've been involved with in my own development is, as an instructor in different things, to actually notice that each person's gift is needed in the world.
Correct.
So we're kind of trained to, or not kind of, I've been lucky. I followed my intentions and desires, and the world was a little different back then, but children have so many available avenues to find what really lights them up. And I think nowadays more than ever, maybe with this new modality of the computer, they can actually monetize that, what their dream, what they truly love to do. They're going to be able to connect with more people that are doing and wanting what they do, right?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Not just molded into do this, program that, right?
And I think you mentioned the children. I think it's really cool to work with kids and to introduce them to these things that are changing lives. Like, my daughters are really getting into, like, they understand frequency and energy. And my older daughter is 15, and so she's a little skeptical. She's like, I don't know about all this stuff. Let me tell you, she is the first on board now with all my energy work and my frequencies and stem cell research, crystals. I mean, she loves it all now. She loves it all because she sees the true benefit of it. She's living it, So I'm trying to get her to come on, and I'm like, Braylon, be the testimonial for some of this stuff, because it's changing her complexion. I mean, it changes everything from the inside out.
Exactly. That's awesome.
So it's beautiful. And my other daughter, my younger daughter, she's always been really into this. She knows the benefits of energy. We're all energy. We're all frequency. Everything we want in life is a frequency.
Right. Exactly.
And younger daughter is on board anyways. And she's always, behind me and doing my Instagram page and my social media for me. And kind of benefit to it. I mean, if we can teach kids how to practice these modalities, we're going to have a really beautiful future.
And yeah, when I saw what was possible with quantum physics, and healing, all that, it started with Chinese acupuncture and things like that. But
Meridian.
my daughters, like you, my oldest daughter, actually, I was doing my Tai Chi one day, and she came in and said, "No, not like that, like this." And she's like 2 years old. She walked in between my legs. I go, "So were you?" I go, "Were you doing this in your last life?" And she goes, "Yes."
Probably.
I go, "And you came here to show me something?" She goes, "Yes." I said, "Okay, you're
That
my."
is so cute.
And then the middle daughter, she likes, she's having a hard time because she's just chosen all the medicines and all the other things, and now it's backed up in her system, and she's starting to come back. But my youngest boy, I mean, forget about it. It's like he's already he's ready for everything.
Yeah.
So each child has their own port of entry,
But that's exactly why I'm so glad you said that, because that's why Ameliorate is being formed with everybody, because everybody has their own port of entry.
there you go. Well, maybe you could tell some of the folks what you have going, and maybe a brief description of what you find. Yeah.
I'm going to describe everything on right now, but on our website we have it's called it's a co-creators offerings page, and it's up at the top. You can click on it and scroll down, and it has all of my my friends, who are my dear friends. They all have their own modalities of healing, controlling the mind, manifesting, manifesting your dreams and desires, and I have classes on there. So and certification courses. There's a Breathe Lab certification course. I think breath is the foundation of everything, and people don't breathe right. We can either breathe in love or we can breathe in fear. And I think a lot of people breathe so shallowly, they don't even know how to breathe. So they breathe in a lot of fear. So I have this Breathe Lab on there that's a course, a certification course, and teaches you how to breathe, and it teaches you the science behind every class and every product I have on the website. There's science behind it to support it all. Through breath, through mind control, through brain tap, through your energetic field. And it's all science. It's all backed by science at this point. So my classes, the women that you can get in contact with through my website to go through their modalities and their programs. And all the proceeds come back, or 10% of those proceeds come back to Ameliorate. And as you know, Bart, we've talked about this. We're here to help the children. Yeah. Ameliorate is helping the children. It's helping children through human trafficking, through sex trafficking. And we are here for them because they need a place to come and heal, these children. There are a lot of kids out there without any place to go. And we need to build places for them to go and feel love and accept them with open arms. So that's what the proceeds for my classes, the products and everything, it goes towards helping the kids. So you're helping yourself learn and expand while you're giving and helping the children. It's the perfect balance. It's the giving and receiving.
Yeah, and I imagine the whole thing is also going to be one of interactive capability, and really what a safe place for kids to experiment and see that they're more than their experience. Or I mean, that's what I had to get through too. I mean, it was like, wow.
And learn that you are worthy.
Yeah.
Every kid, every person on this earth is worthy. We're all worthy. We're all God's child. We're children. God's children. Excuse me. And
one big child.
Well, I feel like I'm a 30-year-old kid, but
There you
anyway.
go. Well, yeah, and the children nowadays, whether it's from those places of extreme
Mhm.
realities that you shared, and I have experience with that in my work, and I've traveled the world, and I've worked in many countries that um, are being exposed for these.
Yes. And and that's the thing right now is the children are we're learning the truth about what's happening in the world. We're learning the truth and that it's really about the children.
Yeah,
And
that's the future of everything, right?
well, I always thought it was just about the children, and I think that what's happening right now is about human trafficking and the children, saving the children. But I also think it's about other things. The word that we can't say on YouTube, the word that gives you the thing in your arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want you to get
Mosquitoes.
out, so I won't say those words. But
No, but and everything is everything, and this is the name of our channel, the Divine Design Channel. Um, Denise came
oh,
up with that one.
I like that.
Yeah, and our divine design, and what I've seen from my own experience is it can be disturbed, it can be uh, confused, it can be restructured, but that original divine design can be returned to.
And
And
through breath.
breath, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I've done some. Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking over you.
Sorry. Herbicide. I just feel like the breath is the foundation of it all.
Yeah.
And then it stems into all these other awesome things that you do and I do, and
Yeah.
everything us, from stem cells.
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. And those activate yours stem cells. Yeah, the X39, absolutely. And
Uh-oh. I'm off there. There we go. Sorry. Yeah,
yeah,
these are awesome.
yeah, and the thing that is so nice is when new growth comes in, old growth goes out. And I experienced a lot of trauma in my life, and I've watched those traumas, the physical and the emotional and mental, go. So
Beautiful.
yeah,
It's stem
yeah,
cells. It's once you learn about the mitochondria and the cells, and you learn how this stuff works, it's really pretty basic. It's really pretty easy. I think big pharma and everything tries to complicate things with stuff, and I'm like, it's really easy. All we have to do is learn about your cells, your mitochondria, and come to Ameliorate. You'll learn about this stuff. Come to the now.com and you'll learn science.
yeah. Would you agree with me that it's really about becoming our own authority?
Yeah, for sure. 1,000%. I agree with you.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I had most of my problems because I could see when the authority, which was being held as my authority, they weren't in the authority of their life, and that didn't align with me. I always wound up getting in trouble because I didn't buy it.
Bart? No way.
Well, Bart's Bart can't. Yes, Bart. And
You're getting in trouble.
yes. and, and I'm not ashamed of it anymore either, because the thing about it is my intelligence was always looking for something that I could feel safe with, and I could know that I could improve with.
Yeah.
And the only way I would know that I could improve with wasn't by reading it or being told it, but I could actually experience it for myself. And that's what you're offering people at your location with Ameliorate Your Life. You're offering people the chance. They can come in, try it, see it. When you know it, then nobody can take that away.
Yeah.
And it gives you something to build on.
Yep.
So I think that's fantastic. It's an honor to meet you, and it's an honor to have you on our show. And I'm just looking forward to see how this all goes for you. And when things settle down, I'll come have a cup of coffee with you. And
well, and you know what? Well, we need to have our HempWorks coffee for sure. I'm big into that. And you know,
that's a good one.
Talk about the land that we want to develop. I'm developing places seriously all over the country for kids. And that's what Ameliorate's doing. And you told me about your land in Utah. We're doing it in Montana, Colorado, Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania. Yeah. It's beautiful. And it's
Sweden.
The children are, yeah, it's good.
It's a natural growth. I think, you know, we got so far, we went sideways, and it was a necessary sideways journey.
Yeah.
But, you know, I laugh because even mafiosa guys don't want to be mafiosa guys anymore. It's a dead end street. Yeah. And lawyers don't want to be lawyers anymore. Yeah. When I was in construction, there were so many lawyers and even medical doctors that were like carpenters. I go, what are you doing here? I don't want to be part of that system. And I was going to be a lawyer, but I decided not to. I go build houses. But,
yeah, I can't see you being a lawyer now.
No.
You have, you know.
No, but I did. My dad thought I'd be good at it because I could argue better than any of the other kids. So he convinced me to go give it a try.
It's funny how our parents have convinced us to do things. Society convinces us to do a lot of things that we kind of don't want to. So I think that's another thing Ameliorate does, and you do it. We all do, is teach people, like you said, to be their own authority.
Exactly. With a lot of guidance.
Thousands of dollars telling your dad are going to law school because your dad said you'd be a lawyer. And you're like, there goes my hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever. And
I bailed way before that one. I didn't get out of the pre-law. It's like too many. I love the logic. I love everything about it, but I just didn't like the opinions or the preconceived idea of what was being sold as reality.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
And then I could see that everybody in the classes were taking that on, and I just said, well, it's not that way for everybody. I mean, I don't want to put it all down. It was actually very exciting, but for me, there's a big world out there, and there's a bigger world in here.
Yeah.
And that's what the discovery turned out to be.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Isn't it funny? I've said that. That's so funny. I've said that before. That once people find that seed that's planted inside them, then they want to start seeking things that are going to expand their soul and run and try to find God and look for God and look for the universe and run and go all over the world for these spiritual retreats. And it's all right here. And
how do you get there? You're already there, right?
We just have to figure out how to get here.
Yeah. Well, I was sharing with you before the show a little something for me that had happened with the assistance of the stem cell activation.
Yes.
But you know, car accidents, other traumas and things like that had gone through that. Well, you just don't know what's keeping you from able to receive or connect with that which you want to connect with in the world. And the funny thing was, for me, each step of the way of opening to experience more of myself was those ideas that I had of who I was or how the world should work. Like you were saying, taking on from my dad. And I took a lot on from my dad. He made sure that I did. He was military, but you know, and of course you want to please your dad, or I did.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was frightening to actually feel those feelings, like, you know, going from the hard style martial arts where you don't want to feel, and I mean, I told my son the other day, I said, yeah, I mean, I've taken 2 kicks in a row in the face and just looked at the guy and said, okay, and we're sparring, we're going for it. And now today, I don't want anybody kicking my face.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to preserve the brain cells I have. But it was like this whole, and I'm not putting it down. I loved it, but there came a time where when I transitioned to Tai Chi and could actually feel that which I was avoiding feeling by learning these other things and fitting that model to get the job done, it's okay. I have no regrets, but also it's like, wow, the door opened. And my Tai Chi master even told me, he said, because I was going to go skydiving, and he goes, are you kidding me? Your whole world depends on you being able to walk and use your body, and you're going to risk it. He said, the biggest adventure is right in there, Bart. He pointed at my heart.
Yeah.
He didn't point to you. He pointed right there, and I go.
It's really funny that you say that as well, because this transition that you were talking about from not feeling to feeling can be very, very challenging and scary and lonely. And that's another reason I created Ameliorate, is because that transition is scary. And we want
to get it out there. And the thing about it is, if I may say something, and it's okay. Well, what the funny thing for me was, I thought it was fear, but it turned out to be actual excitement.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But it felt so new to feel that it didn't register as excitement till afterwards, and I could say, "Oh wow," right? So, yeah.
False evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
Fear, false evidence appearing real.
And that's funny. I was never afraid of getting, mixing it up, getting hurt physically. I mean, I didn't want it. It's not like I didn't feel the pain the next day. I didn't feel it in the confrontation, but the next day it would be like, oh,
oh,
he got me there. I didn't feel that one, whatever. But
now we have these that will help you.
That's true. And
but back then we didn't have that. Now we have these things.
Exactly. But I'm not going back anyway, but thank you. But the emotional feeling of excitement and joy was so counter to that which I had focused on, that when it first came in, I was scared of something new. And that's what it was. It was something new. And with that, it opened. And I like to share that with people because nobody told me about that.
Yeah.
One teacher did tell me. I told him one day, I said, I woke up feeling joy one day. And I go, because I used to wake up, I'd be a little grumpy. It was like, coffee.
I think we all did.
Yeah. Okay. I told him, I said, Jim, I woke up with joy this morning. I woke up happy. He goes, I said this on another show the other day. He said, you got to look out for that part. I go, he got me. He goes, yeah. Once you get a little joy in there, it just grows.
It grows. And then it's hard to sleep at night sometimes because I get so excited. Yeah. I'm like, what am I so excited for? Oh my God, I'm just excited and happy. Then I wake up early and I'm super excited to wake up.
And those kind of people scared me. What are you so happy about?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So anyway, it's a great journey, and it seems like you've put together a lot of great programs for people. And I'm looking forward to go deeper into your programs myself and see what's there. So.
And I mean, a lot of people aren't happy with the education systems that are happening right now. So I have a teacher on my website that teaches children through the way children learn.
Yeah.
So I have doctors on there that are now in the quantum field. She came from a medical background. I have a teacher on there that teaches this new way of learning that children enjoy to learn.
Wow.
Yeah, she teaches history and art history, and it's amazing how she does it. So I mean, it's a really legit, like like future that we're heading into, and it's medical science, and it's all the, it's just so cool.
You know
It's
what? My teacher, Dr. Ewan, at his 75th birthday, he said, "You know what we're doing? We practice the science of results." And I
Yeah.
said, I like that, right? If I don't get results, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Oh,
But
what?
I can try everything. Everything's free. Everything's on the table. I mean, I'm not judging it. But if I can't get results for myself, maybe you can get results for yourself. I'm not doing it. And see, you've got quite the potpourri. And, you know, I'm very excited about this because one of my clients and now friend here in Sweden, not too far away, has written a book, and she's actually done trainings about how the genders have been manipulated in school and programmed. And she is a master. And I think that this is a forum that I'm going to introduce you to her and to bring her skill set on. I mean, she's trained for all the top corporations, and she's got her book in English now. And she was my Tai Chi student here. She came for therapy, not therapy, but physical work. I'm not a psychotherapist, but she wound up being my Tai Chi student, and then brought her daughters and husband and all, and we became friends and all that. And she gave me so many good pointers about how to approach being with my children and changing the point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been beautiful. Like one day my son spilled water on the ground. She said, you know what I do when a kid does that? You know, if they make a mess or spill or something, she goes, now we get to see how quickly we can clean it up. Right. So my son did this, and I was separated. So I was coming in, and we had to have a good relationship with the mother of my children, Petra, and all that. But I came in one day, and it was just Sebastian and me, and he was like about, I think, 5, 6 years old. And he spills this on the floor, and he looks at me, and I look at him because he's got older sisters that yelled at him a lot, you know. And I said that, I go, wow, now we get to see how fast we can pick it up. And he goes, wow, you know, and we're on it. And afterwards I go, you know, you looked a little concerned, a little worried when I said that. Has somebody yelled at you for doing that? He goes, well, yeah. He goes, I've got to tell you, Dad, I was really surprised.
Oh, bless him.
Like
Oh,
6 years old.
just how we approach things.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have that. Yeah, it's great. It was just so like, wow, that's so cute.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Or the best.
So anyway, ameliorate your life, folks.
Yes.
And my ranch is actually south of Las Vegas. I'm an hour away from you.
Yes, you.
I do trainings in Utah, but yeah.
We need to get together and work and start talking about doing this for the children on your ranch, on your land.
Yeah, give Denise. We'll get together.
About that.
Thank you so much for this time.
Bart,
And, yeah,
thank you so much.
looking forward to going forward. And
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. Oh my gosh, the things that are coming out for the children and just for the population is so cool.
it's a great time. All right.
Thank you, Bart. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. And there you go. You got it at the bottom there. That's AYL. Now that's ameliorateyourlifenow.com with Stacie Maione. And thank you all for coming today. And you can go to my website, which is we'll see the feed of that on the bottom of the YouTube that we put this on, or any social media. And that's amoderndayshaman.net. There's a pop down box. Put your name in there. We have a lot of different programs that you'll be alerted for. And welcome back. So thank you again for coming, and see you soon.
If you enjoyed the show, please give us a like and click the subscribe button.
That was good.
And Denise will edit all this. So
I think that was good.
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was That much better than the ones we did and the ones that I've done in the past. I think it's just
Well, yeah, we're hitting on a lot of cylinders this time now, though. We're really getting to know each other and what our programs are, and it's
yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like that's the next adventure is really, I mean, being a parent for a 12-year-old boy, and I've got my daughters, 22 and 18, really being present after COVID. I mean, I was around a lot, but I'd come in after 3 weeks on the road, stay for 2 or 3 weeks, then go. And it's different when you're here all the time.
Yeah.
And it's great. And this is all I want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, support, to be with kids, build relationships, meaningful relationships, and have that knowing that all the things that have helped us, we can give to our kids, and they're going to be 2 decades at least ahead of the game, right?
And then some, and then oh my God!
Oh yeah, they came in with this. Now, I mean, my son, I'm going like,
they came to teach us stuff. They did. Yep. Our kids chose you and I as their parents and said, "Well, he needs help with this Tai Chi." Then my daughter needs some help with Ameliorate. I need to go be with her.
I want to share a story about that daughter. One day, I was looking for a number. I had written it on you paste it, stick them, and I'm leaving on a trip, and I have to get that number before I leave. And I'm looking everywhere. Elena was 2.5 years old. She walked by my bedroom and said, "You looking for this?" And I went over, I would go, "Yes, I was." And she just left.
You're like, "Yeah, I was looking for exactly that." I know.
I mean, she's reading my mind. I'm going, okay. I'm being manipulated by a 2.5-year-old. She's more clairvoyant.
Oh my God. Yeah. For sure. I so understand that. I have 2 of them. So.
All right. Well,
I love what we do. And seriously, Bart, like along the lines of what you just said, this is all I want to do. I raise my 2 daughters. That's the first thing I do. And then I raise Ameliorate. And
yeah. And your business is a baby.
Busy. I'm so busy.
Me too.
I'm so blessed that I'm so busy.
Me
I'm
too.
thankful. The people that I meet, Bart, are just, they're sent from God.
There's so many talented people out there. I feel, I'm glad I did what I did with my life and traveled the world and kept the bills paid and all that. But now to hear what you've got going on, and I've wanted to get a venue for this gal because she, of course, it was so powerful what she did for the schools that they attacked her.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
because, then you threaten the status quo, and but she's back. She's ready to come back, I think, now, and
yeah, good.
Her name's Kaisa Wallstrom, and I'll introduce you when she's ready. But I think she'll just fit right in with all those people that you're discussing or talking about. So,
so whenever you can travel back to the States, I want to meet you for sure. Go look at the land. Now that you tell me you have land down there, I'm like, really?
Do you know it? Do you know Sandy Valley?
I do know Sandy Valley. Yeah, I do. I kind of know.
We're at the north end, so they were gonna complete the road, but they didn't. But if the road was complete, I could be downtown in 45 minutes. As it is, it takes me an hour.
You're still on a gold mine.
No, I know.
Land in Las Vegas or around here. If it were in a red state, it would be a little bit better. But any kind of land that you can own, I'm going in to buy land right now. I'm actually looking at some land in Texas, and I'm looking at some. Well, my
San
friend
Antonio, by any chance?
who
By San Antonio,
lived down there. She actually is in Bernie, but
I've been right down there. It's really nice.
I lived in Bernie for about 12 years
Oh, okay.
before
Well,
there was an HEB in Bernie. But she has a lot of undeveloped land, and she's an engineer, so she does water and sewage. So she's found land where it's just desolate land. They don't think they can get water, but she is the water. So I'm like, Mia, we got to buy that land. Like, we got to buy that land, period. So we're looking at that, and just looking at.
I want to. You're pretty amazing because when you first talked about yourself, and I was sitting there looking at you, our first meeting, you made yourself sound like you're a healer working out of your home, have no money coming in, and people come by and get blissed out or get treatments and then go and don't you're not making any, but you got a ton of stuff going on.
I fucking don't make a cent. I don't know where.
Well, that's going to change.
It has to, Bart. I'm not kidding. It has to.
This is the, I know the Healy. I don't have it, and I don't have a window open for that right now because I'm actually involved in something that is, there's the QRS4, but there's an expansion on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't have the bandwidth for it right now. I know Healy's good.
They're not.
What?
They're not at all. But they're mini med beds, is what they are. They're portable mini med beds.
No, I mean, I think that it's something that is what I wanted to say is I haven't gotten involved with it. I have a AO scan. I have spooky tubes. I have like 3-4 spooky tubes, and they work too. It's like, and it's all exciting and it's all great, and yeah,
it is.
and you got the hemp works in there,
and
I think I'm a little buzzed on that coffee.
What's great about that Healy is another thing that I'm doing. Actually, I met a guy on the airplane going to from Denver into Aspen, and he's a manufacturer, and he loves my company. I told him all about Ameliorate and everything that I'm doing, and he wants to manufacture it. But he was telling me, I can't even remember.
Manufacture what?
He manufactures clotheslines, and
yeah.
He wants my brand to be on tennis shoes. You know how Tom's shoes helps needy children? He wants the Ameliorate to be on tennis shoes to help trafficked children. And he's like, but I can't even remember what we were talking about and why I brought that name up, because you said something. I can't even remember what we were talking about, Bart. I'm sorry. And there was a reason I brought that up. Oh, for the healing. So I started doing my own classes on my website. I said, get in touch with Stacie. Let's start a soul journey. Let's find if you found that seed that wants to grow. So what I do with the Healy, I could put clients on my Healy.
Sure.
So I text my one guinea pig client that I have today, and I said, hey, I'm sending you energy right now. And I turn my Healy on, and I press Connie, and I'll blast her with energy for about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Connie, be open to receive. It's coming your way. And so we're trying, that's just part of how I'm introducing the Healy into people's lives too.
Super.
My skeptical daughter I don't know where my Healy is half the time. I'm like, Raylan, do you have it? And she's like, yeah, I took it to school. I need it to concentrate, Mom. I need it to help me with my memory. It's cleared up my acne. It's cleared up my daughter's acne. Mm-hmm. It helped my hair grow. It's unbelievable. Everything,
it's believable.
Right? Everything's a frequency. Hair follicles is a frequency. Acne on a 15-year-old daughter's face is a frequency. So we put our Healy on, and it cleared it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. It's a med bed.
How much do they cost? Like 2,500?
The big one for clients, and where you can send it to your dog, to your pets, energy to your pets or to your kids or to clients, is 2,500. But they have lesser ones where I think they're like 350, but they're still not cheap. They're a German product. It's Tesla technology.
It's not that much. I mean, but for the regular person, it could be. But
Yeah.
okay.
But anyway, that's how I am implementing it now. I'm using it for clients.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So, all right. Well,
I
thank
have.
you so much. Today was beautiful. It
I
was
know it's a great connection. Thanks.
awesome. Great connection. Thank you so much. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
I appreciate it too.
so much.
Well,
And
get in touch with Denise. We'll get this whole thing going, and I mean, we'll be in touch, and we'll just keep going for it.
absolutely. And you
All
get
right.
sleep because it's late there.
Not quite, but I will.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good day.
You too, Bart. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.